Like, what do you do? What do you like? Because anytime I take a photo of myself, I feel like I look like a bag of shit.
A photo of yourself?
Yeah.
That's hard to do. I think it's hard to take a photo.
Any photo, I'm just like, oh god.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
It's all that. Oh, love yourself. I'd love to love myself. Can't do it.
Come on now, behave. You're a very handsome young man.
Well,
young. I'll take that away. You're a very.
all right.
You're a very handsome man.
Thanks. I don't feel it most of the time.
I saw a man's knob today.
You did?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I thought we weren't going to speak about this on the pod.
Yeah, well, I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really horrible.
What man?
I don't know the man.
You don't know the man?
No, I was on the bus.
On the bus?
Yeah.
All right, this story's got layers.
I was on the bus.
Driver was like...
Where you going, mate?
Single? Single?
What is your destination, mate?
No, return. Oh, all right.
No, I was on the bus and I was just staring out the window, just fucking daydreaming.
Right, it's better.
And I just looked into a man's house and there was a man fucking putting on deodorant and his fucking knob was there.
Not about.
No about.
Are we upper deck or lower deck?
Lower deck, man.
Lower deck.
Lower deck. Single deck. It wasn't a double decker bus. It was a
Fucking
single decker bus.
And he's
top window as well. So he was in the top window, but just at the window applying deodorant.
Oh, he wanted you to see.
I think on some level he must have. It seemed like that was part of that man's daily routine.
Yeah.
But I think I was the only one that caught it. So, and I did.
He'd like turn to everyone on the bus and be like...
Well, I did. I didn't turn to anyone else, but I did have to audibly project some sort of thing to the world.
Oh my.
It wasn't oh my. I did this. I'll try and get it as close to the noise I made. So I was just staring at the bus. And I was just like driving along this bus, and I just see this man, and I just went, "Oh come on,
oh come on,
oh come on." It was sunlight. It was like a no.
And
sunlight.
In terms of knobs,
small, terrible knob, terrible knob.
I wasn't even going for size. I was just going like in general aesthetic, but
not nice, not pleasing.
Not pleasing.
No.
If it was a Whopper,
the only way that knob's being seen is through windows.
Yeah. What if it was a Whopper? How would you have reacted to that?
Oh my!
Oh my!
That would have been an oh my.
Driver, ding 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 ding! Let me off! Gotta see a man about a horse.
Yeah. But it was just such a strange thing. I was just like, I've just seen a knob.
Yeah, applying deodorant to the inner thigh.
Roll on as well.
Ah.
Not even the fucking manly right gut.
Yeah.
Just dove.
Roll-on's better for the environment, isn't it? I don't like them.
I actually do use roll-on.
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Makes you feel... Doesn't make you feel good.
Nah, I don't like... Well, I'm ticklish as well, so I don't like that.
That's hilarious. The reason you don't use Dove is just there's a practical.
I do use it, but I don't like it.
You can't tickle yourself though.
Well, you can.
Do you get someone else to put it off for you?
Yeah.
Deodorant me.
yeah, of course. What? I'm a classy fella.
Do you put your own deodorant on? Beast.
Wow. Okay.
Creep.
Yeah. All right. Fucking pauper. I have my butler do it. I've been thinking about
getting a butler.
Yeah. Monkey butler, I reckon.
Monkey butler.
I'm going to get a little monkey butler to apply my deodorant.
Ridiculous.
And to shave me. No, I don't know. I was thinking about the thing we often talk about, which is whether we live in a simulation.
Oh, right,
and it's just coming to my head when you've seen the man applying deodorant with his knob out.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I bet he reckons, well, here we go. Elon.
Yeah.
I'm on here.
No, you're right. I probably, from knowing who I am, I probably should have jumped to some sort of mad thing. I just felt sad. I was, fuck. I feel like I'd taken something from him.
I feel like I've figured it all out.
The simulation stuff?
Yeah.
Go on with.
I think we're not living in a simulation.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
And here's why.
Okay.
We haven't really digitized smell yet.
Digitized?
So, like... You can send people photo, like VR, it's photo and audio, like you can see things, you can hear things, you can even feel things. You've got the haptic stuff on like PlayStations and stuff now. Yeah. But you can't smell anything.
Yeah.
We've not figured out.
We've not nailed that yet.
We've sort of did it once.
It's,
we did smell-o-vision in the 60s, but it wasn't like good or proper.
No.
You can't you can't fart in your phone and send somebody the smell of the fart.
I know, how good would that be as well?
You can't do it, really. We've not proper figured that out. Ergo, we can't be living in a computer because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think on some level... I
suppose taste as well would be the other thing. You can't taste
you can't
things.
Send taste.
Nah, like if I sent you a photo of a lasagna and you licked your screen, you'd be like, lovely.
Would you want that?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Can
you imagine following all those amazing food Instagrams you follow and being able to lick your phone?
Actually, fucking 180 so quick
lick
there.
Your phone and
that
go,
was definitely the quickest I've ever. I don't know if I would to fuck yes.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah. But we haven't done it.
Going through Instagram, almost like how you used to in those magazines, you get like a little
scratch and sniff thing.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Exactly that.
Like a little food advert, but you got to eat the pizza. Come on.
And also, scratch and sniff is always quite bad. You have to scratch it and then sniff and go, well, I don't think it does smell like that.
Also, I always thought, like, who's using this? Is that like, would there be anyone with a Dolce & Gabbana ad, and it was like Johnny Depp from like 10 years ago? Would they be like taking the magazine, like rubbing that against it before like a night out?
Paper, yeah. I think people probably did do that.
That's sad. What a sad image. That's more sad than the image of a man applying Dove to his knob.
Imagine he had a magazine and he was just rubbing that with his knob out.
So scratch and sniff, boys.
That's free. So yeah, that's why I think we are not. I would like to hear somebody who believes that we're in a simulation explain that.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, I was on a stag do this weekend.
You were indeed, mate.
Daniel's
proper staggy stuff.
Yeah, it was nice. I can't do it anymore, man. I was so fucked
drinking.
After 2 days. After 2 days of it, I was like, I can't do this. I used to be one of the best, and now I can't. But Martin Sloss was on the stag do with us, and I called him out. I was like, twice I've messaged you science questions, and you've ignored me. Yeah. And he went, oh, well, I very rarely check Facebook. You should have texted me them. And I went, okay, fair enough.
I thought they were texts, no?
Well, it was like Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
And then his other son was like, yeah, but you wouldn't reply to that either. And he went, yeah, I'm quite bad at replying to stuff. And I went, okay. And so his son Matthew was like, I could probably answer science questions if you have them.
Go on.
And I went, well, I'm going to take you up on that, Matthew. Yeah. I've often got science questions.
Because it would have been so good. Like I was properly excited on that podcast when you were like, I'll fucking text the scientist.
Surely.
And then I got even more excited when you... Because I remember I was the one being ripped in the moment. I'm talking to an idiot. And I'm trying to explain. And then you kind of like fumbled the explanation. And we were like, two idiots. Couple of idiots. I'm talking to myself.
Starbig.
How Starbig?
Question mark.
Name of the episode.
Why didn't you reply to my how Starbig question, son?
Do you think I'm an idiot? Is that what it is? Do you think you're better than me? Can't answer my how Starbig stuff. So should we text him?
Yeah, well, he said we could in future.
Well, we've got one for him. The fucking why can't we taste good on phone?
Why can't we taste good on phone?
Just text them going, why can't phone taste good?
I really regret offering my services.
I don't even know where to begin unpacking that.
But
why can't phone taste good?
Why can't phone taste good? TB. Urgent. Yeah, we want to get to the bottom of this.
We ask the big questions on this podcast.
Oh, for sure. Why can't phone taste good?
Why can't phone taste good?
But I've wrecked my phone a little bit on the stag. It's got some dead pixels, which is very annoying. I don't even know how I did it.
Dead pixels?
I'll show you. Look at, you see down there? Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, look. Down the bottom here.
That's just a bit different colour. The purple rings.
It's not purple rings. It's the pixels are dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that meant. Well, it's fine there. Look, there's nothing wrong there.
Yes, it is. Look
at
the bottom.
Easy.
Just above the little camera thing. It's like a little burn mark or something.
Oh, so there is. Is that dead? Yeah. So
that is dead pixels.
Yeah.
So yeah, usual.
As far as like crazy stags go, how was the stag? Fucking came over some dead pixels, boys.
It was pretty tame.
Really?
Yeah, fairly tame. We're in a nice lodge up at Loch Tay.
But then I think that, as we spoke about this before, didn't we? Of like, because that's kind of the vibe I want from my stag. I don't want, like, any image a stag draws up in your head when you think of going on a stag do. I don't think I want any of them. We
did like a bunch of activities, which was nice. Went quad biking.
Smoking any cigars?
There was cigars. I didn't have any because I felt like I was like, oh, I can't handle one of these right now.
Okay.
And so it was wasted on me. But people did smoke cigars.
Yeah,
there was a hot tub.
Yeah.
We went clay pigeon shooting.
Which you seem good at. I saw you on the old Instagram.
I was good the last time I went. I was quite bad this time, and I was frustrated. I was annoyed with myself.
I can actually see you being...
Some of the boys were class. One of them only missed 2 the whole day, which was nuts.
That is nuts.
Yeah. Like that's almost impossible. Like even the shooters were like instructors.
You're like the Roger Federer of clay pigeon shooting.
The man taking us round was like Boris Johnson. He was fucking awful. And we dressed Daniel up as like a hunter. Like we had the like fucking Sherlock Holmes hat and the tweed jacket and stuff. And then we rock up and all the instructors are dressed the same and we're like, oh, we've taken the piss out of these men. They saw them and they're like, what's the occasion? We're like, stag do. And we're like, and who's the stag? And we're like, the one dressed ridiculously, or as you would call it, a Wednesday. So we basically bullied 4 old men by being like, look how ridiculous he looks. If you look great, obviously.
Yeah, if you didn't draw attention to it, he probably just would have went, he's one of us.
Yeah. There's some nice dogs there, which I liked. So there was a couple of spaniels because they're gun dogs, obviously. And I was like, I love spaniels. And I went to rub one's belly and I got a boner.
Oh,
and I was
Jesus.
Like,
you saw the fucking doggy lipstick.
Saw the lipstick come right out.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was an awful lot. It was like that you're talking in the morning of the first day, and I was like, oh golly, I've gave a dog. Anyone else want to wank a dog? No,
lads,
come on! I thought
what sort of shit stag is this?
Lads and lady.
Is it even as?
There was one woman on the stag.
Was it Jean?
It was Jean.
Of course, it fucking was.
Yeah,
I said that like I know Jean.
Yeah. I think I'd say
just know of Jean.
Like you know how
is
like
that good? I don't know if I like that.
Well, here's the thing.
Women.
I was thinking, well, what? I was like, in my head, I'm very quite left-wing progressive, but the second there was one woman on the stag, there was part of me going,
come on now.
You don't belong.
Yeah.
Even though it'd be crazy for her not to be there.
Of course.
It's his best friend.
Yeah.
It's like, boys only. How am I going to relax and wank off a dog if there's women around? And I went, oh, that's bad. That's like a little.
It's definitely it's one of those things. I think we're allowed some thoughts that are wrong and not cool, but I have them. It's just me. It makes up who I am.
Yeah.
I can still be 99% great.
Yeah,
but no women's on stags, please.
Yeah,
is that the evil?
It's kind of evil a little bit.
It totally is.
A little bit.
No, it totally is.
But like,
there's a voice there that I don't like.
Like if I'm yin and yang, right, and I'm the white bit, and then there's a little dark circle, and it's it's men who take their wives' surnames. That's my sexism. Sorry.
Yeah. It's very low key as far as sexism goes.
Yeah,
but no, that's cool. So, was there actually any point? That's actually probably a shit question. I was going to go. Was there any point where it was like noticeable that?
No, not at all. It was totally fine.
Of course not.
We went and played golf on Saturday, which was nice. We just phoned up a course and we're like, do you have space for 14 with club rental? And they went, yeah. And I was like, you're not a very popular golf course. I played pretty well, enjoyed that.
Nice. Yeah. Your game's been getting a lot better.
Me and Daniel tied, which was annoying, obviously.
But you two seem to be now at a very similar level. Like the last game, it came down to like the last hole as well.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah, for sure.
Keeps it competitive.
There was one lad, one of Daniel's mates, who is relentlessly nice, like offensively nice. Yeah. Like anytime anyone hit a shot, he went, "Good shot," before we'd even seen where it went. But I was like, "Mate, you need to stop." He was like, "But it's like a good, like they hit the ball," and I was like, "Okay, you've got such a low."
Comes off false, doesn't it?
So many times he said, "Good shot," and we watched it roll into a bunker, and like, well. It's not a good shot.
How did he like follow it up? So like as soon as the impact was said, "Oh, great shot, man," and then it goes like 6 yards. You go, well,
didn't even. It was just a good shot.
Because I've done that a couple of times when we like I think the earlier stages as well of when we were playing golf.
Yeah.
Like you or Gus would like hit a shot and it wouldn't maybe be the best, but I would try to be like encouraging. Going, that was good. And then you're like, it went 5 yards. Tell me now how that was good. And I go. Well, because it was fractions. It was fractions away from being very good. That golf's a game of fractions.
It was a good swing.
And you just find yourself saying this horse shit to try and like dig in a compliment. Like, well, if you hadn't lifted your head there, I think, whoa, that would have fucking gone. That one, I reckon.
I had one beauty, went on the green. I'm putting for birdie. And it's quite a long putt. And I get close. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. And you're talking maybe 3 foot away.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm quite happy with a par anyway. I go to hit my par shot, and the relentlessly nice man comes in and stands so close to me as I'm on the backswing. He goes, "Do you want the flag out?"
That's not nice.
Kai screamed at him, "Leave him the fuck alone."
That's crazy.
And I was like, they've just not played golf and don't know any of the etiquette. All these lads,
crazy.
And I was like, mate, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like ready. Oh, do you want the flag out? I'd have lifted the flag out, I reckon, if I wanted it out.
Oh my God, that would have really, really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like, that would have really pissed me off.
And again, he's just trying to be nice and helpful. It's hard to be. It's like being upset at a dog.
But if a dog shat on your new fucking rug, yeah, shout it.
Yeah, but he didn't shit on the new rug. He just went, here's a dead bird that I got for you. And you're like,
you're hungry?
Yeah.
I suppose. But there's also a little part in my brain that goes, I think he fucking meant that.
No, I don't think so. He did. I also had one part that was really far away, and two old boys were watching me about to tee off. And I was like, oh, pressure, and I sunk it a beauty. And everyone was like, oh, and no boy, and then went off, and I was like, thank God they seen one of the few good shots of the day.
I think it's better when someone, like, because it's almost that way of, I think I've actually said this before, of, so if you're doing a gig and like this, like it's like a big gig or whatever, you get more up for it.
Yeah.
The golf equivalent of that is if you're like playing down and they're playing up.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of a fairway, that's the most pressure I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
The boys just stop and they just watch you, and you're like, right, fuck, there's eyes on this now. There is eyes on this shot. This shot needs to be good.
Yeah.
So the level of focus you have is way more than you'll ever any other shot of that day. And when you fucking hit it nice and you just see the boys like a little nod where we go, yeah. I love that. That's like, but I almost wish I had that for every shot, because then the next shot I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I reckon if I was on the PGA Tour and I knew there was cameras on me, I'd play good.
I think that's why they're all good.
Yeah.
I
agree. I went out with McIlroy the other week. Just the two of us. Terrible.
Guff, man.
And I was like, Jesus Christ.
A lot of skunkies like, well, there's no cameras, is there?
Yeah.
So I'm not caring.
Yeah, if I'm hitting a penalty in a World Cup, I reckon I'm putting a top bin. Which makes
all those
the actual pros missing really embarrassing, actually. Grow up.
They say something about pressure or whatever. Losers.
No.
But no, that's cool, man. So golf, clay pigeon shooting, quad bikes.
That was all the activities, and we played some board games, obviously.
Nice.
Wouldn't be Mr. Sloss's stag do without some board games.
Does he love a board game, does he?
Oh God, way into it.
Yeah.
There was one point on the Saturday, right, where I was in a real limbo, not getting pissed, but also feeling terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to have a good time, and I was like, I remember just sitting, watching people play this board game, and I was like, I don't have the mental capacity to pick up the rules for this, so I'm just watching. I went, I'll go up and see what the other bunch are doing, and they were sat in the hot tub playing some alphabet game, and I was like, I don't know where I belong.
What room do I belong in here?
Well, yeah, I should have just went to bed at that point, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. None of this is for you. None of this is for you. Just go to bed and maybe try again another time.
That is the worst, isn't it? When you're like, somehow I was like, I've been drinking for what feels like all day.
Yeah.
But yet I'm still very sober, just feeling like shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not drunk in any way. I am sober as shit, but I just feel like crap because I've been drinking all day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the worst.
There was another stag do right next to us, and we were like, it was sort of like a stag off, I guess. We weren't like interacting with them very much. Some of the boys went over and spoke to them.
Yeah.
At no point did they come over and speak to us or anything.
Yeah.
And then one point on the Saturday, I heard them all singing Rick Astley, and I went, we've won. We've won the stag. Yeah. None of us have burst into never going to give you up. So we win. We're the alphas.
We're too busy playing the alpha bet game. That's how we know we're the alphas.
Bingo! And quiplash.
Yeah, there's all the fucking...
Yeah. We've won the stag. Should we...
Let's celebrate with playing a fun PS4 game.
Everyone get your phones out. It's time to be funny. So it was good, but my God, I was wrecked. I came back on the Sunday and I had to do 2 gigs at Monkey Bar, and I was like, I don't want to do any. I did 3, in fact. Oh, wow. Cullen was meant to be doing one across the road, but was too sick from the stag do and cancelled.
Wow.
So I ended up covering him as well.
Fucking hell.
So I had to do 3 gigs on the Sunday when I just wanted to lie in the darkness.
3 gigs on a Sunday?
Yeah, I did. I opened the 7 p.m. and then opened for Mark Nelson across the road, and then I closed the 9 p.m. and I was like, I want to go to bed.
Yeah,
I don't want to
sleep.
And I slept for like 12 hours and still felt shit the next day. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Cannot do it. Thank God there's not another stag do in Vegas in 6 months' time.
What? So, and that one's obviously going to be way more ham. This one was very much the chill one.
I spoke to Kai about it. I was like, can we read a book by the pool?
It's Vegas.
Can we just sit by a pool?
Have you ever been to Vegas before?
Nah.
Yeah, of course. Well, this is it.
And I'm going to get carried away.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm the carried away guy.
You're away day Waugh. That's what I call you.
Yeah, you do.
You love an away day.
Yeah, I do.
But like that's the thing. It's the same with me as well. Honest to God, haven't been like hungover in a long time, and it's because I can't fucking do it, and I don't really like to do it. I did get really drunk a couple of nights ago, and I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't like with me and Ailey just getting this new place and stuff. Everyone like, well, not everyone, but some people go, "Oh, you're gonna have like a big housewarming do," and I'm like, I can't think of anything worse.
You just want a wee quiet life, don't you?
Oh my God, I really do.
Yeah,
I really, really do. I think having anything more than 5 people round, I'm like, this is an event now. Get them to fuck.
It's hard to juggle that many people as well.
Yeah, fuck it. I actually can't think it. But it was like, when I was 18, or like 17, whatever, any excuse. If my parents were like, oh, we're going away for like 3 hours. Can we cram in a party, do you think? I've got 3 hours. Let's cram in a mad one in 3 hours. But like now I'm like, oh my God, I just don't want it. I don't want that life at all anymore.
I feel like I just want left alone a lot of the time.
Yeah, and fucking perfect. It's the age for it. We've had our days.
Yeah.
And we've had good days, man.
Yeah.
We can look back on some fucking... I went for it there.
That actually gives me the fear thinking about some of the big sessions. Now.
Really?
Like if I think about some of the nights that ended at 6, 7 in the morning, I physically go,
really?
Oh...
See, now,
oh God!
Well, I
don't even enjoy the thought of it now.
I like looking back. I really like looking back, going, yeah, no, fucking, you've had your time. Look at all that mad shit you did.
Yeah.
All those regrets you've got. Look at all them. I like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know I'm not going to be doing it again. He says.
I feel like I'm going to behave this fringe now because of all that.
Yeah.
Like I've just not got it in the tank anymore.
No.
It's for the younger generation. You go out till 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go.
You can still see all the people, have a couple of beers, catch up, and there probably will be like one weekend where like,
oh yeah,
it'll just fall into place. You go, fuck it, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, probably from like the 6th to the 26th. That's when I'll go. I reckon that's when I'll go.
That'll be my little window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I don't think I can because if it comes off, and I haven't had it confirmed yet, but everyone that's organising it has told me the gig is mine.
Right.
But I think I'm going to be doing 2 shows a day from the 11th at fucking Johnny Walker now.
All right.
So like
2 shows in Johnny Walker.
Yeah, 4 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Hey, that's bank.
I think it will be a bit of bank
for sure. That's good.
Yeah.
When you've just bought a house.
And got a wedding next year.
Yeah.
Like that's. I'm saying that to Ailey. I'm like, I'm shit now. Yeah. But post August, baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, just put it all into that. Just put it all into that. You pick whatever catering you want, love.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker's paying. But then also, I've never had like a proper, like intense fringe. I've only ever had my thing, and that's really it. And maybe like I've done like a couple of like a kids play or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fucking hell. And like, but again, I always tell myself, your dad was a roofer, Gareth.
Yeah.
Your dad was a roofer. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
You can host
and now
2
I take them
shows.
off.
Yeah.
I'm doing old daddy's work.
Yeah.
The worst part, it's not like, because I mean, people listening with regular jobs and that going, listen to these comedians having to work
it's fair,
1 hour a night.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's fine. Look, I get 9 to 5 stuff, but in the fringe, the mental capacity of having to speak to a room for an hour and then wait a few hours. It's the waiting in between really shows. That's what fucking kills you, because you get all this adrenaline from doing the show and then you like straight back down and then adrenaline again. Your body's on a fucking roller coaster of like endorphins and shit.
Every day.
So it's fucking
quite horrible.
Exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Couple that with like the stress of reviews, ticket sales, like looking at your peers doing well and stuff like that. It's all overwhelming.
Yeah, that's a very, very well put. It's an overwhelming month. It's not like physically taxing, but it's just mentally draining. The
amount of times where I've just been lying in like an artist bar and going, I have 3 hours till the next show. Yeah. It's like if I go
Dick
home,
and Dom over there, I'd love to go over and be fun with them.
If I go home, that's half an hour, then half an hour back. So is there any point going home? I'll just lie, and I'm not even being a person at the minute. Yeah. And that's awful.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's again the one dread of this is I'm like, so my show's at 1:30, so we done it at 2:30. So in the first show's at 4, so that's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But then once that show's done, at probably about 5, and then just kicking about town for fucking 4 hours till 9.
Yeah.
So what am I doing every day in that 4-hour window?
Making bank, baby.
Yeah.
Getting that bread.
So I went to an event at Johnny Walker so I could see
the
event space and stuff.
Now, the Johnny Walker bar, for anyone listening. It's a new bar in Edinburgh on the West End.
Yeah.
It's called the Johnny Walker Experience.
Yeah.
It's not just a bar. It's an experience, people. You don't just go for a drink. You experience everything that Johnny Walker has to offer.
It is.
Thank you to Johnny Walker, this week's sponsor.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Decathlon.
It's daft.
Yeah.
The building's
I've
daft.
not even been in yet, but I've heard it's pretty
It was the
cool.
first time I was in. It was stupid.
You have a few scoops?
Yes. So they're doing this. I think they're currently like their whole like marketing team's like whiskey drinkers seem to all be really old fucks. Is that like a thing that's like? Is it always just the old fucks that drink, or is that like from the past?
I think
they drank whiskey and now they're all old and they could die out.
I don't think that's what happened.
Well, they're having a big worry about that, of going, they could all die out. So they're trying to encourage younger people to get involved in the whiskey world. So like there was like a lot of like fun like whiskey based cocktails. So it's not just like, because I'm someone that doesn't know a lot about
a cocktail,
and it's
that
affordable as well. How much do you think a old fashioned cocktail would be at Johnny Walker?
£11.
Yes, I would think it's the same.
Six?
Yeah.
That's very reasonable.
It's very reasonable.
When you consider a pint in Edinburgh is about £6.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it feels blasphemous, doesn't it, for like a malt whiskey company to like, the whole thing is you're meant to just drink it, maybe with a tiny bit of water.
Yeah.
And they're going, chucking some fucking passion fruit and a sparkler.
There are there's bars in that building that are for those people. And there's like, hey, we're having cool, like, so it was like a Sofa Sounds gig. So it was like there's 3 different musicians. It was all very cool. It was all very hip. Let's drink some whiskey-based cocktails. We're not like fucking
uptight about that.
Yeah, we're like, fucking water it down. Who gives a shit? It was like very loose, and they also had pints, and I was like, that surprised me. Overall, I suppose Diageo. But anyway, I got very drunk on the old fashions because they were £6.
Yeah.
And when I walked into the building,
you got a couple of freebies, no?
Nah, no freebs.
All right,
no freebs. But when I walked in, I was very aware of like, just pretend to be someone else. Pretend to be someone that belongs here, Gareth.
You belong there. You're young and hip.
Yeah, well, I was
you're hip.
pretending.
Well,
you've done
you were
that
there.
to me. Well done. Yeah, you were there. You were present in the room.
You were there. Ergo, you
can't
belong
even
there.
Can't even give you that. So I think I was nailing it when I first got there. I knew a couple of people in the room. That made me look. I was like, oh, look at me being alive in the world. I know people. And then just with every old fashioned that got that, I just got more and more bleh, like fuck it.
Yeah.
And I could see people going,
I run this place in August. And I don't mean Johnny Walker, I mean Edinburgh.
I'm going to be making bank, bitch.
I'm the king of Edinburgh.
Okay, the fun, charming bit of rough is now gone a bit weird.
Fun, charming bit of rough you saw yourself as.
Well, I thought that's how they saw me.
That's such a great bio. If anyone's out there that's single and is looking for a new bio on your old Tinder, please put fun, charming, and a bit of rough and screenshot it and send us it, please.
That's just reminded me.
Don't do it, screenshot and then change it back. We'll know, we'll find you.
We'll totally know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on there.
Yeah.
Predators.
I'm on there as Catherine Bates.
Catherine Bates.
That's a woman's name.
Yeah, I know.
A real woman's name.
She's real.
Wait, Kathy Bates is an actress.
Yeah, Kathy Bates, isn't it? Yeah.
All right,
that's
well, I'm not
definitely
Catherine Bates. I'm Catherine...
Catherine Wheel.
Mozambique.
Mozambique. That's a very good comment.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, just on that, when you talked about Tinder bios there, I genuinely believe I might have had the worst Tinder bio.
You haven't told me, and I agree.
It was this.
Okay.
Straight thuggin' since 94.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Kanye West Lothian.
Kanye West Lothian.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. You're like,
didn't get many dates.
No. I'm Pablo Esco Dunbar.
How have you pulled that out your arse that quickly? The Kanye West Lothian thing took me days. Karen Dumbarton.
Not Karen Dumbarton.
Is that what you said?
No, I said
Pablo Escobar.
Esco Dunbar.
Yeah.
Karen Dumbarton is terrible.
Karen Dumbarton's quite good.
Yeah, Karen Dunbar, like, and for everyone that doesn't know, is a Scottish comedian, like, sketch actress from the, like, early 2090s. It's not somebody that, like, straight bros would, like, aspire to.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't fit the criteria. Karen Dumbarton. I quite like this game.
Yeah,
how many Scottish celebrities we can get into place names? Well, not even Scottish celebrities.
Yeah, you could just do whatever you like.
Anyone. I'm trying to think of one.
Christian Modern Tate Gallery. The fucking bro guy.
Yeah. I've been listening to more.
Jordan St. Petersburg.
I've been listening to more of that Andrew Tate cunt, you know.
Since you told me about him, it's been brought up around me. They're like, really? Andrew Tate. I said Christian Tate.
Yeah. But I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, okay. Somebody messaged me like, have you seen this guy? And I watched one of his videos, and he said that he exercises in his sleep.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, that's exactly what he said.
People go, I don't have time to go to the gym. I exercise.
I work out in my sleep.
I don't go to the gym. Look at me.
Yeah.
How do you explain this unless it's in my sleep? What a Looney Tune.
He's absolutely fucking...
He lives in Romania,
bananas.
is that right?
He's bananas. I don't know.
I think he does. Like, I got a few people mention him, and I went, I've heard about this man now.
There's something about him. He's captivating.
Yeah, because he's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And like, I think the reassuring thing for me was when I seen one of his videos, everyone commenting on it was like, this guy's fucking nuts. And people being like ironically, like, yes, bro, I exercise in my sleep all the time, like joking, making fun of him.
I think that's the culture around him.
But it's the small percentage of people that fully believe in that Hustlers University. Or
that's exactly what it's called. Now that's obviously horse shit.
You sound like your Tinder bio sounded like you were a graduate from Hustlers University.
Straight fucking since 94, making bank since 93. The Hustlers University thing, and he goes on to this other thing, the War Room. He's like, so that's me and my network of people. He was like, there's no problem in this earth.
That's why I call my bedroom my mum's.
The War Room. He was like, no problems in the world can be faced that we can't sort in the War Room. All that stuff's crap.
Yeah.
I watched him on Your Mum's House with Tom Segura and his wife Christina Pazzucci.
Yeah.
And honestly, Tom Segura in that podcast is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So he just lets Andrew go. He just lets him go. Yeah. And every time he says something mad and sexist, he just like nods. And he like turns to his wife and goes, you got a lot of fucking work to do.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's so good. He's like nodding, going, "This all makes perfect sense." And it's just, and I also love that as well, because part of me wants to believe that he's in on it.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to think that Andrew Tate is like, yeah, I know all this stuff's mania, pure mania, yeah. But it's fucking funny.
People love to believe that that higher power, like folk love to think it's all conspiracy and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's, first of all, it's fun, but the amount of people that now just don't believe anything.
Yeah.
I had a couple of people on my All Dogs Go to Devon video be like, plant, it's definitely a plant. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Like the amount of times that people think there's a plant in a comedy show.
Yeah.
Nobody has done that for fucking ever. And even back when people did do it, it was so rare. It's like, it's not worth paying somebody. Comedy doesn't pay that much that you could have a plant at a gig somewhere.
Yeah.
Like Brendan Burns did it really funny with the show.
I was going to say, we've all got, he researched it, and then we've all got Brendan to thank for that. So where they did the dance at the end.
He went on stage, he had all these mirrors behind him so the audience can see each other, and he has this woman challenge him on a joke that he did in the crowd, and because the crowd can see her and themselves, they kind of are like, oh well, yeah, whatever, or they all react. Like, it was an interesting way, psychologically, how people react now that they can see themselves and as an audience. And then at the end, he brings the woman up, and they're like, it was all a laugh, and they dance. Perfect. That's funny. But like, the fact that he thinks I found a woman was like, right, I need you just to pretend your dog's dead, and I'll give you half of the no money that I'm making from this gig. It's a tryout gig. But hey, great exposure for you. You won't even be on the camera.
That's it. I was literally just going to say, what are some other terms that people who don't get it chuck out and like lob all the time? That's another one. Exposure. That's another. Great exposure. Is it? Like your mate mess you going...
Exposure's a crime, sir. Yeah. If you're applying deodorant and exposing yourself, that is a crime. It's not great exposure, it turns out. Man didn't have a big old...
I didn't enjoy it.
He didn't enjoy it.
The crowd didn't love it.
I think most times somebody exposes themselves, the exposee does not enjoy it.
No, I would say you're right.
99.999% of the time.
I would say you are right. I would say, it's
bad exposure.
Uber rare. I'm going to go for it to go. What do you think? Whoa! Actually, turns out I actually like
that
this.
Is cracking.
That is cracking.
Yeah.
What the fuck were we even talking about before we got back onto the...
who knows? Who cares? We don't have to
but it was
circle
like a
back.
second ago. That's mental.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, I see that we're talking about. I've smoked too much weed. I've stopped smoking weed. I haven't smoked a joint in fucking... Since me and Ailey moved in, I think
when did this start? When did the show start?
Yeah, since me and Ailey moved in, so that's like 3 weeks. I've had one joint.
Good on you.
Yeah.
I took edibles to the stag do. Did not consume any of them.
Yeah, so it's a different sort of high as well. I don't fuck with edibles.
No.
No.
One of the lads did take an edible on the Friday night and had to go to bed at 8 p.m. because they were too fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's different. It just totally fucks you up.
Now you think, first to fall asleep in the stag do, that's balls on the chin, draw on their face. None of that. We all were just quite concerned and we were like, I hope he shows up again at like 12
Should
or 1
one
a.m.
of us get us a glass of water? I'll bring him up a glass of water. I'm going up to play Ludo just anyway. On my way to Ludo, I'll drop him off a nice glass of water.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. I'll tuck him up.
Right, so I've briefly mentioned there, and I have something I very much want to ask you.
Okay.
And I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So, me and Ailey got our new place.
Yeah, I disagree with all that.
You disagree with all me and Ailey?
The whole concept of you being... I think it's
you being with someone.
Yeah, I think a man and a woman owning a house should not be... That's not on.
Right, well, we've done it. I'm sorry.
Oh, well. Okay.
We'll move past the exactly. It's done now.
Home ownership should be between a man and another man and their small dog.
Growing out.
Yeah. They sleep in the same bed, but they're just friends.
Don't get me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we've done that, mate. You got to move past that. There's little things that are now happening socially that so for example, what is the bin situation in your flat?
I've got a communal bin store that all the flats use.
Yeah, so do I.
So we have like one bin for all the rubbish.
Yeah.
We have a food caddy at the side of the sink where you put all your scraps of food.
Yep.
And that goes in the food waste. And then we have another bin that is like recycling.
Right, okay. So the recycling bin goes out tomorrow morning. It's now the evening. You and Laura are going, bin night tonight. You go down to the communal bin storage, you take out your bin. Are you taking out...
we don't have a single bin. We have like big industrial bins.
Oh,
that we then just go... So I don't really know when bin day is. When the bin's full, I go and empty it. Because there's like 4 or 5 big like recycle bins that you would see out in like a fucking Sainsbury's
bins
lot.
per flat.
No.
Right. Well, we do, right? So I'm going to hit you with a conundrum here.
Yeah.
And I genuinely want your advice on this because I know... It turns out I'm living in fucking pure anarchy.
Right.
Our bin situation is fucking pure chaos.
God, look at us, so grown up talking about the bins.
And I hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm already angry about it. So last night, it's bin night tonight. Blue bins. So I go down to put out mine and Ailey's bin. No one else's bin's out. Check them. They're all at least half full. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do a neighbourly thing. And I'll put everyone's bins out.
Okay.
Just trying to be nice and neighbourly. I think I've already mentioned, a mate of mine from high school lives in the next block of flats, like right next to us. And so I spoke to him about it. I went, was that a weird thing I just did there? I'm just like, because I remember him talking about the bin situation before. And he went, you've done a nice thing, but also the worst thing. And I went, what do you mean? He was like, because I did that. And now every single time.
You're bringing out the bins.
No one else does it. I'm like, what? These are adults.
Yeah.
He was he was like, I'm just the fucking bin man now. I take everyone's bins out and I put everyone's bins back in.
He doesn't have to do that.
And I said that to him. I was like, don't do it.
Yeah.
And he went, I'll tell you what fucking happens if I don't do it. And this is the anarchy. This is where it comes in. Because he's like, if I don't do that, they just fucking use my bin as like a fuck you.
What?
Their bin gets full because no one's taken it out. They just dump it in mine. Pure fucking chaos.
Wow.
I hate it. I don't know what to do. And I feel like I'm already in this situation.
I think you have to move. I'm sorry.
I think I do.
I think you need to move back in with your parents.
I hate it.
And you're no longer in force of the bins.
These are grown. These are adults.
This is amazing.
Take a bin out.
This is amazing.
Take a bin out.
This is fucking amazing coming from you.
Well, I did it.
I know you've done one job your entire life now.
It's going to be my whole life now.
These people are adults.
They're animals.
Screaming adults.
They're animals.
Whereas I know you as a person. And I reckon the listeners have a good vibe about you as well.
Oh, yeah. Anything you think, you nailed it.
Yeah. Normally, You'd be the person using the other person's bin going, I don't even know where I live.
If there was I don't even know where I live. If I knew if I knew there was a person in my building who was taking my bins out and putting them back in for me, I would abuse that.
You got any old people live around you?
Nah, not like old.
Yeah, well, no point in being nice then.
Well, I know exactly.
You could be
I'd
nice
do it
and
for
get
the
yourself
olds.
in the will and
Yeah,
that.
you get yourself in the will.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Frank, I'm just taking out your bins. Is that all right? You need anything for the shop? Going around the shop. Okay. Any sons and daughters still alive? Any close relatives?
Fuck you, Frank. Why haven't you brought that up before?
Why are you leading me on, you old fucking sleazy tart?
You were going to call him an old slut.
I was, yeah.
Why are you leading me on, you old sleazy tart?
I think sleazy tart carries just as much weight as slut.
It does. But it's just I
slut.
think a man being called a slut's funny in any conversation. Yeah. In any conversation.
You think I'm doing up your dressing gown again? You've got another thing coming, Frank.
Put on your
lecherous old fucking.
Put on
whore.
your old deodorant on your old balls, you whore.
Yeah. You think I wanted to see your dick when I'm on the bus?
I do, Frank. I do.
Grow up. Listen, mix up your pills. I don't care.
But no, what would you do? Help me. I need help with the bin situation.
Just
move. That's what your advice is. Move.
Just don't do it, and then get a lock on your bin.
Someone else. Phenomenal, because someone else did have a lock in their bin, and when we first moved, I remember saying to Ailey, sort of fucking crazy psychopath has a bin on like a padlock on their bin. Fuck, I can't speak.
A bin on their lock.
A bin on their lock. And then last night, I literally tapped it to Ailey and went, they've got the right idea. Turns out. They've got it right.
I think
padlocking bins.
Let's not judge your neighbours by somebody that lives close by's neighbours. I think you've got to one day, next time, just take out your bin, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then if you've noticed other garbage coming in your bin, then that's when you go, enough is enough. You don't get to take advantage of me. I'm getting a bin lock, and you're all going to take out your own bins.
Yeah.
Is there like a? Because I'm in a. I'm not, but I do a joke where I am. I'm in a communal WhatsApp group for my block of flats where we can all discuss things.
Yeah.
And Laura's in it.
Yeah.
Because she's responsible, and I don't want to be in it because I would find that so tedious, and I would say something outrageous to these people.
Yeah.
Like one man, fucking hell, this one man, Laura showed me this message. If I was in the group, we would have to move.
Yeah.
He said, we were getting the locks changed, so we're all getting new keys.
Yeah.
And he was like, is there any chance of moving the lock? It's quite difficult to open the door with big hands. And I was like, what do you mean it's difficult to unlock the door with big hands? It's crazy because the lock sits at the side. We've got one of those long poles in front of the door, like I don't know, it's like you would get in like a bank door.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Like
fairly standard.
Yeah, it's far out from the. Unless you're like the biggest man in the world,
Eddie Hall,
and I reckon I would have seen you
slightly struggle.
And even then, I think Eddie Hall's fine. I'm thinking Thanos.
All right. I'm thinking Thanos.
Right, that guy, big old fucking mitts on him. Do you know what I mean? I reckon he might struggle to like get the lock and the door. The thing is, I don't even use the pole. I put the key in and open the door with the key.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sheer force.
But today the door's fucked. Like somebody, I don't know what's happened, but
probably big hand guy, rage.
It looks like he's tried to rip the door off, and it's like fuck door lock, and it's it comes in threes. Everybody, there's another issue with the door lock. And I'm like, oh, shut up! It comes in threes. What are you talking about? Lucky I don't come up to your house and slap you. What do you mean it comes in threes?
Comes in threes.
They love to moan about stuff. Like somebody was like, is there somebody's dog barking in the next flat? I'm trying to work from home. This was in lockdown. Somebody was like, oh my god, it's me. I'm looking after my mum's dog. I'm so sorry that the dog is barking. Turn on the fucking radio. Can't drown it out.
Stuff like that it annoys me. So there was a knock at the door yesterday. Me and he jumped up like frightened, like, oh my god, there's a man at the door. And it was the guy that lives above us. And he was saying a similar thing. He was like, oh man, like my dog was I'm really conscious that my dog's like running about loads and making lots of noise. And I was like, and he was like, can you hear it? And I'm like, yeah, but you have a dog.
Yeah.
Like, we're not sitting there going, oh, that fucking dog. Dogs are going to be dogs, mate. We live in a block of flats. That's very much part and parcel. We have 2 cats. Our cats fucking run about like mad. But again, it was just this other thing where I was like trying to present myself as this like, mate, I was like, put that as far as you can out of your mind. Never worry about that, mate. You're fine. It's a dog. You have a dog. I like dogs. It's grand. Trying to be like a proper little grown-up boy.
Yeah.
And then I realised that I was wearing a T-shirt that Ailey bought for me like 2 Christmases ago, whatever, which was 2 like cartoon versions of our cat giving me a fist bump with the words "best cat dad ever."
I love dogs. Look at me. I'm basically Steve Irwin, mate.
Because he even said something about it as he was leaving. He was like, "Oh, thanks so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. And if there is any other problems, just come and see me. Yeah, I want to have like a open, like we should be open with each other." I was like, "Yeah, of course, man." He was like, and I think he said like, "Yeah, we can improve upon this though." And I was like,
"Improve upon?"
And I was like, "What are you talking about, sir?" And I looked at him and went,
he was like, "If you lost me, I'd fuck you."
My ridiculous T-shirt that says "best cat dad ever."
Yeah,
with 2 cartoon kids like, "Go dad." It's fucking embarrassing.
Jeez Louise.
I'm an adult man in the world.
When you go round to your neighbours to knock on the door to complain about something, that's going to be a rite of passage for you.
Yeah.
I've only done it once in 5 years. It was like 5 a.m. and their speakers were fucking vibrating on and like it woke me up and I heard it and then I couldn't get back to sleep. I went up, rung the doorbell. They didn't answer. I'm ringing it a couple of times. No answer. And I was like, well, it's so loud that you can't even hear your fucking doorbell.
Ridiculous.
So I went, what do you do then? So I phoned the police and I was like, I need to make a noise complaint. It's 5 a.m. playing music. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And they're like, right, we'll get to that as soon as we can. Went down, I was like, oh, God, I've phoned the fucking police on a noise complaint, but I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I went, I'm going back up. I'm going to try again. This was after like 25 minutes. I'm ringing the doorbell loads, and I hear it go, shh. And they're like, what was that? And I press it again. They're like, oh, fuck. I can hear all this inside. The guy opens the door with the biggest fucking pupils you've ever seen in your life. One of those little monkeys, the tiny little hand. Oh. He opened the door and he was like, yeah. And I went, mate, it's 5 a.m. I live downstairs. Can you fucking keep it down? And he went, yeah, sorry, and shut the door. But I wish I'd went harder, but I also wanted to be cool because like I've been there.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's exactly it. It's just that it's just a respect thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. because that was the other thing. Me and Ailey were coming back from.
I didn't have to phone the police and go, I've dealt with it.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Leave it alone. Yeah. But again, what can you do? It's like, just. Don't be pricks about it. Like as you said, we've been there. Yeah. It's not like I'm going, how dare you? But it's 5 a.m. Like people have work, mate. Not me, but people have work. Like me and Ailey came back the other night, and it was quite late because I think we fucking stopped off to get some food, and then she took a wrong turn on the motorway and stuff. So I think we did get back about 3. And the top floor flat had their window open, and it was
yeah.
And I think it's because they're moving. And I think it was just like a final fuck you to the building.
The whole building.
Because I think everyone else in the building, the flat below us is vacant.
Imagine you found out you were the only ones not invited.
I mean,
they've just moved in. I don't know them.
Yeah, we don't know them. Fuck them. Yeah. But I remember saying to Taylor, I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Opening the window. They don't give a fuck.
Speakers brazen out like the window.
And I found myself going, on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday evening. Fucking rein it in. 3 in the a.m.
3 in the a.m.
It's ridiculous. I did.
Were you still awake at this point?
We were just getting back.
Oh.
Been on a mad one myself. I was pissed as fuck as well. I was like, fucking 3 a.m. They're blasting that.
That's very funny.
Tuesday, man.
It's different if you're in on a Tuesday, then it's 3 a.m. and then you're like, well, this is crazy. But you've come home and went, this might keep me up. Anyway, I'm so pissed I'll just pass out.
Yeah. But I like the...
You like feeling grown up?
I do, man. Yeah. I really do. I get excited about it.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this as well before, but I cooked us dinner like from scratch. Like I made chips from potatoes, and I was like, "Look at you! You've come so far from just cutting open a bag and just hoofing them on a tray."
When you said I cooked from scratch, I was like, "This is going to be good." I knew it was going to be good. And you went, "Yeah, I cut up some potatoes and fried them up."
Made chips. They gave me 3 potatoes, and they went, "Make chips."
Yeah. And what else did you make with
McCain's,
the chips?
They give you
They do give you a
We give them chipped already.
What did you make with the chips?
What do you mean?
Like, so you just had chips and...
Oh, no, it was actually
You're like, I grated the cheese myself.
No, it was ciabatta posh dogs with a side of fries. Made my own coleslaw, mate.
You made hot dogs and chips?
Yeah. Ciabatta posh dogs, mate. Come on. Class it up.
You make the ciabatta yourself?
No.
Right, yeah.
No. I'm not making bread. I'm not a wank.
You made chips. And you're like, I made the whole dinner from scratch.
And the coleslaw. And the sauce that I glazed the sausages in.
What did you glaze them in?
Let me remember. Mustard was a bit of it. honey mustard, honey vinegar, mayo,
right,
whisk.
Hot dogs and chips. You're like, I made a meal from scratch.
This
today.
was really funny. This was really funny. I said they're very.
I mean, good for you. I'm not trying to.
No, you're right. You're right.
Also,
you're right.
hot dog and chips.
But as I was doing it, I was like, look at us go. When I proclaimed there very proudly, I made my own coleslaw. I did fuck the coleslaw though,
right?
Because there was apples in the coleslaw.
Yes.
And they said in the instructions, the recipe was like, cut up the apple into fine matchsticks.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know I was making it for coleslaw at this point, so I was like, that'll do. So I just kind of
just whole wedges in there.
They were big old chunky bits of apple in the coleslaw, which was, I'll be honest with you, overpowering. It overpowered the slaw.
Yeah, for sure.
The
when have you ever
overpowered
seen huge chunks in a coleslaw?
Of apple as well. It was mate.
Was there walnuts in the coleslaw as well?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't like nuts.
You don't like any nuts?
That old man in the window will tell you. I'm not a fan of nuts.
Not a fan. Hey, the magazine was more of a zoo guy. Not into
Took that a whole different lane.
Yeah. Thank you. That's funny. Like that you're saying you like the grown-up stuff. I think that's what my show's about this year.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I did a press interview for the Fringe, and they were like, "What's the show about?" Now that question I've always hated. Yeah. Because there's no way to answer that without sounding like a wank. It's like when somebody asks you what your tattoo means.
I was just going to say, yeah. It's
exactly
so what does that mean to you?
Like, I don't know. It looks sick.
It
means Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
that's what it means.
It means Danny DeVito's a laugh. That's what it means.
Yeah. So they were like, what's your show about? And I went, I've actually got a running theme. I figured it out. I've got a running theme for the first time ever, I think. And it's growing up.
All right.
Or like the resistance to growing up.
Yeah.
Like being like, I think with stand-up, you're rewarded for not growing up.
Yeah, very much
so. For a long time, I haven't wanted to do that. I was quite resistant to a lot of stuff. But it's funny that you're like fully embracing complaining about your neighbours and like the bins
the way
and all
the
that.
bins work, they're animals. Yeah,
I'm still not in that group chat. I fucking hate it. I don't want to grow up.
If there was a group chat for our building that I didn't know about at this point, I would be asking people. Yeah, I'd be asking people to join.
Yeah,
for sure.
See, I don't like any of that, and that's kind of what the show's about.
I love the little conversations we have with our neighbours below.
Yeah,
Scott and Laura. Love talking to them.
Fuck that. Chatting to your neighbours. I mean, I live in a city. It's different.
Yeah.
The city people, you don't talk to people.
City folk.
City slickers like me.
City slickers, head down, don't talk to me. Yeah. I'll talk to you when there's a problem with the fucking
I'm not a person,
door.
I'm a slicker. You can't say slicker without city in front of it. Oh, you know these slickers.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, that feels was like that a slur?
Crime. That's a hate crime.
They live in the city. They're city slickers.
Slickers. I said slickers.
These urban slickers.
Wow,
right? That's all. It's
you can't do it. You can't do it.
You got to have city in there.
City slickers.
I was thinking about this. You know the phrase "mind your beeswax."
Mind your beeswax is excellent. Yeah.
It's that's none of your beeswax.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck has that come from?
It's just business, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but why is it beeswax?
Probably some kid one time said it wrong.
Wrong?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Oh, well, you know the answer. I
know that because I looked it up. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
The bees trying to steal other beeswax, and that's none of your beeswax.
That's none of your beeswax. Mind your own beeswax. So, like, I always find that interesting, the etymology of that, especially when it's so fucking ubiquitous within everyone. That,
Two big words there back to back. Etymology and equibiquitous.
Etymology is like basically the origin of words.
Origins.
And ubiquitous is like
the start,
ever present. So there you go.
I'm with you.
So you can add that into what's your fucking word?
Uncouth. Yeah.
You can add that to uncouth.
Good one.
I want to hear you say ubiquitous one day, and I'm going to go, I did that.
I once saw a koala bear eating a bit of ubiquitous.
You didn't even say the word.
I know. I was trying so hard to say the word right. Ubiquitous?
Because what you've done, like, everyone listening went, he's going to mix up eucalyptus and ubiquitous, and you went eucalyptus. That koala bear was eating some equilibrium.
That koala bear was eating some eucalypti.
So I'm interested, like, because kids say it all the time. I'm like, that's just become a thing that everyone in the world says. So where's that come from?
Beeswax.
It's when apparently they used to use beeswax as like a cosmetic thing way back when. So if you had like pox scars, you would use beeswax to like fill in the scars so you looked like you had lovely smooth skin. And if like a woman was right up in your grid, you'd be like, mind your own beeswax. Like, stop paying attention to mine.
Fucking hell.
So there you go. If you're not laughing, you're learning.
Yeah. I feel as impressed with. I've learned something here. What a great fact is when Susan Morrison told me the term cunt used to mean handbag or like purse.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know that blowjob comes from Victorian times? Huh? And what they were actually saying was, can I get a below job? Below.
Oh, below.
Yeah, and then it just got like
bastardized
into blowjob.
Because there is no blowing involved. It's always been a strange...
Well, wait, hang on. What?
There's no blowing
You tell me every
involved.
time I've sucked a dick I've been doing it wrong?
Well, how are you doing it?
I'm blowing. I'm blowing away.
Yeah, then I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, filling up the
You
floors.
you might leave them blown away, mate. But come on.
Be low and away. I'm filling up the foreskin with air. What are you doing?
Well, I've only ever actually sucked off circumcised dicks myself.
Wow, okay.
So.
Well, you're doing that a lot in America?
Horrible way to end.